Guy Code is a set of rules and regulations that form a code of conduct by which a man should live his life.
Guy Code is an unspoken word that is spoken with the eyes.
It's an unwritten guide imprinted on all men, a shared understanding that you need to know if you want to be a bro. These rules can be as simple as never sitting down with your legs crossed to tricky ones like never dating your friend's sister, unless she looks like Rihanna. In order for guy man not to dull, we need sabi the code. Welcome to Guy Code Nigeria.
On this episode of Guy Code Nigeria, imagine being catfished to your face and not over the internet. Only these babes possess the super ability to do so. Plastic girls.
Love me for the real me, and their hair is 19 feet long. Nah, it's not real.
Even the guys, are you even real?
With all the baggage that comes along with every relationship, more guys are opting for the dating plan that comes with no strings attached.
It's the guys. They don't want any strings attached. They just want the fling.
And when coded just flies freely in the atmosphere, you can't help but point at the amebos. But first, it is advisable to change your phone number, your address, and your identity if possible when dealing with the crazy exes.
A crazy ex is that one girl who cannot let go and who is like a pest.
A crazy ex-boyfriend is that boyfriend that'll keep stalking you, that will not let you be, even after breaking up.
He can be an ex-boyfriend who keeps bad-mouthing you everywhere.
Very unhinged. Babies.
He's an ex that will tell you to go to L and you actually look forward to the trip.
So she keeps on popping up and stops you from dating or moving forward with your life.
That you can never break up with them, that they must continue.
And even while in the relationship, one who is very insecure.
Have I had a crazy ex before? No. But I've heard stories of it.
I've had 2 crazy exes.
All my exes are the wonderful souls, wonderful angels. I need to say that because they would kill me otherwise.
Yes, I have.
I have never been a crazy ex just because I have way too much pride for that.
She kept on showing up at everywhere I would go. Just come and crash a date.
Oh, I remember now. I remember one ex one time that knew my password. I went to go and change all my passwords. I had to open another one.
Do you believe that a babe ordered ice cream and moi moi? Like, why would you order ice cream and moi moi?
I even thought the ice cream or moi moi or one of the two was takeaway.
Both of them eating together.
Fortunately and unfortunately,
Tell me how that one won't be crazy.
A guy starts cheating, a woman's intuition will go off because his routine will change. He'll start being sneaky, he'll start doing little things differently, and we're women, so we pick up on these things, right? And then once you start to point out, hey, what's up, what's going on? Like, this is different, that's different. They start to act like you're crazy, like you're seeing things, like you're imagining things, and then you'll second guess yourself. You'll be like, wait, did I, what?
Like every girl she sees me with, to just send a message and be like, stay away from that guy, he's a demon, he's going to break your heart.
Bro, as difficult as it might sound, the origin of the crazy just might be the solution to your problem. Pay attention.
Usually on the first dates, you can't see those signs. You can't notice them because you are, checking the person out.
A lot of the time, the girl had been crazy from the start. We just, as guys, we just don't want to see it.
He was always pestering my friends about my whereabouts. You know where I am, so why are you still calling?
But every woman has crazy in them. Every single woman.
She was crazy during the relationship then. After the relationship, she became super crazy.
If a girl has been in a relationship for a really long time, say 10 years, 7 years, 5 years, they've invested so much time, literally a huge chunk of their lives in this relationship. It's hard to move on from it because they're like, where am I gonna start from?
Already, you're painting that wedding picture in your head. You're not thinking of any breakup whatsoever. And then it happens and you're still in shock.
That instant where she realizes that you can't be with her anymore, something starts.
I don't think in the history of craziness, anyone has been able to predict the upper limits of crazy. Absolutely no one.
She can try to sleep with someone that I know.
Nigerians are generally crazy.
That day I broke up with her at the party. Man, it was the worst party I'd been to.
He threatened to come and knock at the door and then get the attention of, everyone in my house, my family.
She just broke down crying and shouting in the middle of the party. And then everyone was like,
She threatened. She didn't do it, but I was begging. She said she was going to release some pictures. I'm not going to say the content of the pictures, but I'm going to release these pictures if you don't get back with me.
I'm like, okay, please. Okay, let's just get back. You know, we'll settle it. Don't worry. No, you must get back to me. I said, yes, I just said, let's just get back.
You are calling so much that your boyfriend has to change his number. You're becoming the crazy girlfriend, and people are going to start really ignoring you soon.
When she says she doesn't want to move, I'm like, hey, God, please provide her the man that will just take her mind off me. Just, in fact, hook her to a speedboat and take her far.
You could just let time heal, but man, time can be.
If you're having with a girl and she realizes that is gone for life, she's going to go crazy.
That happens on both sides, guys and girls.
No, I'm a very peaceful girl.
She football on the air. Don't grab all the
I have put my whole life into this, and then you're closing the door to me.
I've seen a crazy girl. She went to her boyfriend's house and then met a girl. And then she went crazy and started breaking, things in the house.
Don't flaunt a girl in your girlfriend's face. She'll go mad.
If you dated her, chances are she's actually a nice girl, so there's no reason to go like all mean or anything. Try to let her down nice, let her be like, yo, babe, I love you and everything, but I gotta go.
Queen of the coast, now they fighting you got. Lord, save me from Kadishika.
Some ladies, crazy transcends the physical into a realm where the only one who can save you is Merlin. Yeah, that's right, medieval Merlin. Up next on Guy Code, plastic girls.
Plastic girls are synonymous with slay mama or slay queens.
I can't really describe them. They're so stiff.
It just means that the girl is very fake.
If you check their primary school picture, they're dark. Right now, there's something else.
Well, we'd even rather you say you're fake than plastic. Plastic just doesn't sound good.
They watch too much Sex in the City, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and all that. All these girls that just think their life is always on TV.
When you're going on a first date with a guy, don't wear makeup. Ladies say, love me for the real me, and their hair is 19 feet long. Nah, it's not real.
Even the guys, are you even real? Girls are doing so many things just to please you. So at the end of the day, you still call them plastic.
I like everything. Plastic or rubber or leather. Oh, joy. So do what you want. You want a big, go get a big. If you can afford it, who's gonna stop you?
Finally, like Barbie dolls, they can change anything. Anything that they do not like hair, nails, their eye color, and every other thing that you might be attracted to.
Long nails, makeup, more makeup than the clown. They are more plastic than that takeaway pack.
Eyelash that will arrive at the venue before them.
Huge, gigantic, they're not real. Huge silicone. And they're proud of it too.
Everything actually. Face, everything is fake. Attitude too.
A plastic girl is a trap queen.
The nail is like...
They wear like designer eyelashes for some reason.
No, and they have a side of their face that they used to do selfie, to smile. That is plastic.
I can spot what I like, and I can spot what I think is genuine and real. I don't know about spotting plastic girls. Sorry.
And now the makeup artists are all going to hell because they're not helping us.
Girls these days are saying, who did good girl help?
I would say yes, but on the other hand, the awareness that we seem to marginalize dark-skinned women is also on the rise.
Black chicks used to be extinct, but now they're making a comeback. My melanin ladies are loving themselves again.
There's no such thing as light-skinned girls are prettier than dark-skinned. If you're beautiful, you're beautiful. Do natural girls still exist? Absolutely, because most people can't afford to get fake stuff. But I feel like if it was cheaper, natural girls would be way, way, way less supply, because everyone dislikes the body in one way or the other. Everyone.
A girl sent a mail and even inspired me to write an article, Diary of a Decent Girl. She said, I have 70 followers, I'm dark-skinned, my hair is still natural, I don't go to the club, I don't slay on Instagram, but why am I single?
Which color do you prefer, dark or light? The thing is, you can't even tell. Now everywhere.
Everybody has a spec. My own is my number one.
If you check a typical guy's picture, most of the girls' pictures is liking on Instagram. They're plastic.
So you want us to look extra and still insult us?
You must really dislike yourself if you actually want to change something as important as your skin color. Because let's be real, that's what you were born with.
If I see white skin go bad, I might depress break.
Why don't you do a 2-day no makeup day so your skin can breathe. But meanwhile, it's for me to just start getting used to the other side.
I'm not really a big fan of wigs, but I allow it.
So that means that the guys have the problem, not the women.
A wise man once said, if you want to be sure about her real face, take her out in the rain.
Honestly, that whole when all the makeup comes off and it's like a completely different person.
Some kind girls, they be egugu if they don't get makeup. Oh.
It can be emotionally devastating.
Okay, so what am I looking for? I have what I need.
Have I ever dated a chick who used too much makeup? Yes. Got to not even know the smell of makeup, Seth. I could go in somewhere and like, there's makeup in this place.
People do not realize that men have plastic surgery. They get lipo. They literally get there's silicones for the male chest.
Surgery for guys, and it doesn't even sound nice. What are you trying to change?
Some guys even develop apps to give them 6-packs.
If you are short, is it that you want to increase in height?
It's not okay to edit pictures. Like, why are you editing? You're supposed to be a guy, supposed to be, brawn, that kind of thing. And then you're cleaning up.
Just be yourself. You're an African man.
Shout out to all the app developers who have vowed to make our lives more difficult than it already is. Can someone stop the creation of more photo editing apps already? Please, I'm begging you.
Snapchat is the #1 deception and is the #1 liar.
All the girls were putting up their DPs as that flower at one point. Personally, I feel like it's making a lot of girls delusional.
I would think they like to see a finer version of themselves.
Isn't it amazing how all the females on social media don't have pimples?
You're not that cute, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So many apps now. There's some that even change your hair. Even for some guys, I think there's one app too that can give you carved hair. Instead of your baldness showing it, to just give you hair.
People keep talking about girls and makeup, but men, you go for your shape up. Now, have you seen shape up these days?
Everything is perfect, and then you walk up to them and they're smelling.
Okay, so if you're gonna call makeup plastic, then that's also plastic.
Still to come on Guy Code, no strings attached, and tattletales.
Pro tip, how to deal with a crazy ex: prayer, fasting, because you may not be able to control some things that she's doing, because when the woman has lost it and she has lost her cool, she will do anything and everything to make your life miserable. Guy Code.
Pro tip, how to operate in the DMs. You get in there, you go for the number. Don't waste too much time in the DMs. Initial stage, reply her after every 8 hours, and then you just tell her, like my boy Diggs used to say, hey, I don't really use this app too much. Can I have your number so we can chat some more? You get that number, you get out. Guy Code.
Welcome back to Guy Code Nigeria, your handbook on how to be a proper Naija guy.
I spend my money every day on top woman.
There might be no better feeling for a guy than being able to do whatever and whoever and wherever you like without the guilt that you might be hurting anyone.
No strings attached, just it can't work. Someone is going to end up liking someone.
It's the guys. They don't want any strings attached. They just want the fling. Hey girl, let's go out this Friday, and that's it. Because there's a main girl.
Do people have a relationship with no strings attached? Yes.
Definitely, guys. I mean, that's a no-brainer, okay? They get none of the responsibility that comes with it. They can come and go as they please. Nobody is nagging them. They get literally all the perks.
And the basic rule is they label it from the beginning.
Once a guy and girl have had, it is not possible for you guys to just be friends anymore.
Feelings are going to come into it, so there's no such thing as no strings attached. Eventually, the strings will come from somewhere.
One unique benefit of this dating plan is not being judged by forgetting everything about her until the next appointment.
Sex to a man is basically almost like exercise. It's like he's playing basketball or he's playing football.
But the guy, he gets to be A male prostitute.
Men don't attach sex to relationships. But a girl...
If you can jump from one woman to the other, then you're a prostitute. So, but guys feel that they can use that word for only women.
So you wake up in the morning and there's a strange chick in your bed. I don't know who she is. So I start from the bottom. You tell her that your friends are coming around, and this is not my place.
Trying to remember how you met and figure out if you do owe her some money. If you don't know her name, usually what works for me is just ask her, yo, how do you spell your name? I want to look it up, I want to look up your Instagram or whatever.
Thank God for Truecaller. Hey, you can have your number so I can call you again, and then I just wait for Truecaller to tell me the name.
Don't go too straight into it. Just be like, oh, so how was last night? Did you have fun? This and that. Try to coax her into giving you some information.
Hey man, it's no strings attached. Do not contact the sexually transmitted infected thing called feelings. Don't do that to yourself. I'm begging you.
Just because you like someone does not mean the person has to like you back. Just because someone likes you doesn't mean you gotta like the person back.
Girls are more emotional than men. They get emotional too, but they hide it.
If it was defined in the beginning, why should you start developing feelings? And if you start developing feelings, you better suppress it.
I love the girl.
The best thing to do is to just tell him. Because you never know, he might be where you're at. And he might be afraid of telling you because he's afraid of ruining what you guys have. So to be honest, if you've caught feelings for your friend with benefits, just tell him.
On the behalf of Yoruba Demons Association, I think it's very, very possible. In fact, that is our major aim. We don't want wahala.
It's just a few cases that it just turns around and, becomes something real.
Okay, guys should know this already. Every contract comes with terms and conditions. Here's how not to void the contract.
Call it like the contract signing. You gotta be like, this is what we're doing.
There is nothing expected of you other than to come, chill, and you're free to go.
Don't send mushy text messages.
If I say I want your friend, or guy, give me the number, straight up.
Don't expect dates or anything.
If I say I am not in Lagos, even if you see me, assume I'm not in Lagos.
One of the dudes, be available when it's time to eat.
Mainly because the strings are gonna come later on and you guys are gonna find it. She's like, you, who are we? What are we? Blah, blah, blah. You need to be able to go back to say, no, when we started, I told you very clearly this and that and that and that.
If guys were declaring their intention to ladies from the beginning, the world would be a better place.
If ever there was something you wanted secret that made its way out into the public, they are the ones to blame. No, not the newspapers. Tattletale.
Snitches, that's what you are.
It's someone that, you tell something and you confide in and she tells it all out.
Big bones and the big fillers.
Those people that like to click on Linda KG, Stella de Mokoku, so they will just stay from beginning to end. Anytime you see them on their phone, they're amebo.
I think sometimes it's a good thing. People just don't know how to lie. They have to tell, I saw this, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you also need to mind your own business.
A girl be like, how fun, how was this, what happened?
Studies have shown that they are an integral part of the community. Any community without the amebo neighbor is incomplete.
You have to be extra careful with amebo neighbors, man. You can't just do anything anyhow.
You can never trust what version of the story is gonna get out.
There is nothing more annoying than a nosy neighbor. They're always in your business. A nosy neighbor will go as far as checking your trash to see what you're up to. They look at the clothes that you're spreading on the line. They look at who you're bringing home at night. They look at who they're just all up in your business.
Anytime you're with anybody, they say, hey, is that madam? What's your business? Can't you just say hi and let it pass?
I snuck out of the house, and before I got back, my mom told me, yeah, something said she saw you. And you know what? The woman even added salt and pepper. That she saw you with a boy. I said, Mommy, when? How?
Anytime I go out to buy juice, they believe that a girl is in my room.
When you have that playboy mode and you're bringing 7 girls to the house a week or a month, there will be that neighbor that will just be standing there and be looking at you like this. The most important thing is for you to have a rapport with your spouse or your wife or your husband. If you guys have a rapport, anything they tell you doesn't matter.
They will still tell you, oh, I love you, that's why I'm looking out for you. But is that why you're talking about me?
Yo, you talk too much.
What makes them put their nose in your business is because you're trying to keep the business away from them. So yes, select a business and say, okay, this is what I'm going to let. This is the much information I want these people to know.
If you argue with your chick over using a condom and her friend, sister, or auntie confronts you moments later, look no further than the tattletale lives within.
Well, I've had situations where if I found out maybe it's like my own family member that put that, are you serious?
So I would sit down with the person and be like, guy, I beg, if you shut up.
People think ladies gossip more, but guys gossip more.
Yes, guys kiss and tell.
It's too hard to keep a secret for some reason, even if it's someone that you really love.
Well, a woman will keep everything inside. If she doesn't want to let you know, she won't say a word.
Pay attention to tattletales at your own risk. Their words are 70% lies, 20% exaggeration, and 10% truth.
It is not safe to be friends with amiable neighbors because they will mix your gist for you.
It causes way more stress in your life than is necessary.
Yoruba man, hey, mommy, busy, what did you know? What did you know?
And because people see you with that person, they will automatically believe anything that comes out of that person's mouth.
In general, try to avoid friends who can't keep their mouths shut.
There's always a guy who's a snitch in the circle who doesn't know how to keep information. Either he's snitching directly or indirectly.
I feel like at some levels you should always know what you just cannot tell people and what you can. And if you can't make that distinction, then I can't be friends with you at all.
They will just talk and not even know it. Sometimes you'll be wondering like, yeah, I thought this says this. Why?
Stay away from people like that. And they can destroy relationships.
On the show today, we discovered
a crazy ex is
that one girl who cannot let go and who is like a pest.
A lot of the time, the girl had been crazy from the start. We just, as guys, we just don't want to see it.
Nigerians are generally crazy.
I'll show you I'm an Edo girl.
Babe. Come and marry.
I am married.
In fact, I break up. It was a mistake.
When she said she doesn't want to move, I'm like, please provide her the man that will just take her mind off me.
If you are calling so much that your boyfriend has to change his number, you're becoming the crazy girlfriend and people are going to start really ignoring you soon.
Join us next week to continue your journey to manly greatness. See you next for another lesson on Guy Code, Ninja Style. Powered by Gulder,